Hello, hello, my beloved waking gods and goddesses. Maria West here. Welcome to Love, Truth, and Beauty, episode 279, and this is our 37th installment of our Love, Truth, and Beauty Quickie Kiss, Keep It Simple, Sexy, Rant. And yes, today I'm fucking ranting. It's been a while since I've had a good rant, and it's funny how folks who purport to be the advocates of this and that, flying high their flashy, self-righteous banners and holier-than-thou spews about conscious living and natural law and sovereignty and champions of the divine feminine and children, are actually the biggest mother-effing liars and perpetrators and predators, just like the fake-ass Tantra Gurus I've outed over the last couple of decades, who in the end turned out to be nothing more than wannabe pimps and sexual letches looking to get laid at the expense of some desperate woman still seeking outer esteem in place of her own inner and embodied value. Now, today I am calling out my love bugs, you pretend truffers out there, espousing to be champions of the divine feminine and natural law, yet are nothing of the kind with your abuses and disrespect toward women, along with your willful deceit and theft of other people's content. That's right, you heard me, as in full-on plagiarising and full-on bullshit. You are effing lying posers. There, I said it. If you're offended, you should probably get off this video because I'm going to go off, okay? And you know who you are, because if you think I'm talking about you, guess what? I probably am. But I love you. I love all of you currently in a massive shitstorm of having to answer for your willful deceptions and indiscretions. And I hold you all large. Now, once the awakening begins, my loves, you cannot go back to sleep with your shitty behavior and expect to come out unscathed as if no one's gonna notice what the fuck you're actually up to. You ought to know better when you are on this awakened path. You fuck it up with laziness and your bullshit, and the universe is going to bitch slap you, my friends, with all sorts of drama, excess potential energies and balancing forces that, my friends, I guarantee are coming for you to wreck your shit in more ways than one. And if you are receiving such treachery from someone in your life who purports to be conscious and woke, you will be unceremoniously cleared of their shit. Now, either way, the fallout of this fuckery it's ugly, and it will cost you very dearly. So you've been warned. Now, it's happened to me several times from not being discerning enough about who I let into my castle, such as lovers and employees, for instance. Okay, but hey, we've already heard the story. Moving on. Now, the fact that you lie to your viewers about helping them out in their lives through your content, when in truth, your content is actually generated for you by the great work of your guests on your podcast, when you are not even remotely doing one iota, and I mean not one iota, of your own great work of excavating your own trauma-based mind control that causes you to mimic and perhaps actually develop into being a full-blown NSP, you know, a Narcissist-Sosiopaths-Psychopath in secret. All right, that shit mars your credibility in my book and in theirs. Don't think you are getting away with it and people aren't noticing how fucked up you actually are. But suffice it for me to say that you are all now in this place of having this great opportunity to make good on what you purport to stand for and start the great work for reals. You hear me? For reals, kids. So make your amends, humbly apologize to your viewers and significant others, including your children, that you do not take responsibility for, yet you feel free in dissing their mothers as crazy bitches, alas, that go to toxic, masculine default of name-calling, describing women you ruefully betray and gaslight, triangulate, and discredit to third-party nobodies will not fly in the face of truth. And you will be truly confronted to begin the pain in the fucking ass process of that great work that you've somehow managed to skirt around, bypass, because no one has ever called your fake ass out and announced the truth. That you've never really done the great work, except to pose as someone who has, with all of your lovely, extensive stage props, scripted words, decepta, con artist ways, and seductive, sexy sound bites and looks. I know several stand-up real men content creators in the truth and freedom communities, embodied in their conscious masculine, balanced in their conscious feminine, respectful of their relationships with their women and their children, diligently doing the great work of deleting mind control programs of divide and conquer, matrix, shitstorm systems, the war of the sexes in particular, and steadfast in their directed life's purpose. You know who you are, and I thank you all for being such good, amazing examples of a true conscious man, abiding in love, truth, and beauty by natural law, taking responsibility, being accountable, transparent, making the adjustments and tweaks and amends and up-leveling your emotional countenance and reactivity, your thought quality, actions, inactions, and aligning with the conscious masculine and feminine within and without to embody and apply those principles, because I'm telling you, crying the victim and hiding behind secret addictions to pot and alcohol and other distractions are not sustainable and self-sabotaging, leaving you stuck, still an enslaved person, I'm afraid, in the Matrix world, following your scripted role as truther, content creator, yet not owning your attention, therefore still sound asleep in the Matrix, unaware of your enslavement. That is sad. Way too many men in the truth and freedom movement, natural law communities do not walk their talk. They are blatantly out of integrity via their abuses of the feminine and their willful ignorance and non-application of natural law, purporting to be its advocate, yet merely posing as if. As a collective community of so-called self-proclaimed visionaries and champions of natural law, love, truth, and beauty, and individual sovereignty and freedom, we can do much better, my loves, than pose and fake it by just creating content. I'm saddened that so many men and women bypass doing the painstaking, personalized, internal great work, which requires much heavy lifting, my loves, to eradicate the toxic seduction and seductive distortions and egoic mind controls that many in the communities default to erroneously. Let me be clear. It is not enough to know that all governments is slavery, along with how the satanic cabal shitstems work to enslave humanity and to create content. It's not enough. One has to walk the talk and honor and embody and practice natural law and the divine feminine and masculine principles in totality and in its entirety diligently in your personal and professional relationships and endeavors. I've repeatedly witnessed over the decades, many decades of my life, that one will be outed as a poser if the great work is not completed or endeavored and is willfully ignored and bypassed. So let's all wake up, my loves. Let's all grow up and walk our talk. The total enslavement of humanity from the matrix depends on our collective uprising and integrity. Don't be a douchebag, liar, poser. Start the great work right fucking now. Do it for your children or forever leave them in the hands of demons, because that shit is on you, no one else. Okay, my loves, that is my speech. I hope this is helpful. So be kind to yourselves, okay? Be in integrity, my loves. Don't just talk, walk it, okay? All right, loves. Until next time, here's to love, truth, and beauty. Mwah!